Hi everyone, let's look at the solutions for our BLGPS P6 revision booklet on speed. Worksheet 1. A train is traveling at an average speed of 120 kilometers per hour. How far will it travel in 45 minutes? So we know the formula for finding speed and distance. So distance, this is our speed and our time. So we want to find how far, we find the distance. To find distance, we take speed times our time. Let's look at the question here. It says that the train is traveling at an average speed of 120 kilometers. So my speed is 120 kilometers per hour. How far will it travel in 45 minutes? If we look at the speed here, it is in hour. However, the time given is in minutes. So we have to change our 45 to minutes. So we take 45 divided by 60 to give me in hour. So our time will be 45 out of 60. And our distance will be 90 kilometers. Question 2. A cyclist can ride 4 kilometers in 5 minutes. What is his speed in kilometer per hour? So now we know that this is kilometer. However, the time is different. So we have to change the minute to hour. From minute to change to hour, we divide. So it's 5 divided by 60. We want to find the speed. Speed is distance divided by time. So our distance given is 4 kilometers. Divide by our time, which is 5 out of 60. So we have a division. We have to change to multiplication. And we invert our fractions. So the answer is 48 kilometers per hour. Question 3. Johan took 3 hours to cover 2/3 of his journey. So here we know 3 hours to cover 2/3 of his journey. We know if we draw the distance, 2/3 is covered by 3 hours. He covered the remaining 100 kilometers. So I know this is my remaining 100 kilometers in 2 hours. So time taken, 2 hours. We want to find average speed. Average speed is equals to my total distance divided by my total time. So let's look at the total distance. We know here that is 1 unit is 100 kilometers. So it's 1, 2, 3. Therefore 3 unit will be 300 kilometers. So I know my total distance is 300 kilometers. My time taken is 3 hours and 2 hours, which is 5 hours. So my average speed will be 300 divided by 5, which is 60 kilometers per hour. Question 4. Lance cycled 1/3 hour at an average speed of 15 kilometers per hour. So we know here, we can draw. This is the first distance, time, 1/3 hour. We are given the speed is 15 kilometers per hour. He then continued at an average speed of 20 kilometers per hour. So he traveled again with a speed as 20 kilometers per hour. And the time taken is 2/5 hour. So here, how far did he travel? We want to find the distance. So here I can find I'm given the time and given the speed, I can find my distance. Distance is speed times time. My speed is 15. My time is 1/3 hour. We don't have to change the time because it is given in hour. So it's 5 kilometers. The second distance, we have the speed, 20 kilometers per hour. Time is 2/5 hour. So my distance here will be speed times time again. 20 times 2/5, which is 8 kilometers. So my total distance is, this distance is 5 kilometer, this distance is 8 kilometer, so my total distance is 8 kilometer plus 5 kilometer, which is 13 kilometer. Worksheet 2. A car traveled at a distance of 244 kilometer. So this is my distance from 9:10 to 10:10. Now we are given a time duration. So we write down 9:10 to 1:10. So 9:10, 10:10, 11:10, 12:10, 1:10. So it's taken a time of 4 hours. I need to find the average speed. So speed is distance divided by time. My distance is 244. My time is 4 hours. So 244 divided by 4, I will get 61 kilometer per hour. Mr. Ang drove from Singapore to Malaysia at a speed of 68 kilometer per hour. Find the distance if the time taken is 1.6 hours. So distance is speed times time. My speed is 68 kilometer per hour. My time is 1.6 hours. So if I multiply them, I will get 108.8 kilometer. Question 3. Alice took 20 minutes to cycle from her home to the library at an average speed of 20 kilometer. So I know I need to find home to the library. Time is 20 minutes. Speed is 20 kilometer per hour. So let's look which is not the same. Our time is not the same. I have an hour here and a minute here. So now I need to change my minute to hour. I divide by 60. So my time taken will be 20 out of 60 or 1/3 hour. So find distance. Speed times time. My speed is 20. My time is 1/3. And I will get 6 and 2/3 kilometer. Mr. Lee took 36 minutes to travel from his home to his workplace. So if I want to draw this, I can draw from home to workplace. My time taken, 36 minutes. My speed given, 100 kilometer per hour. I want to find distance. So let's now look at the units again. I have minute and hour. So I need to change my minute to hour. I get 36 out of 60. I want to find distance. Speed times time. Speed is 100 kilometer per hour. My time is 36 out of 60. And my distance will be 60. Worksheet 3, question 1. A driver took 50 minutes to travel from town A to town B at an average speed of 60 kilometers per hour. So first let's draw this part here. So we have town A to town B. Time taken, 50 minutes. Speed, 60 kilometer per hour. So here, we realize that our time, the units is different. So we must change the minute to hour, which is 50 out of 60 is 5 6 hour. He then took 30 minutes to cover 54 kilometers from town B to town C. So from town B to town C, the time he took is 30 minutes. Now we have the distance. So this distance is 54 kilometers. Okay, so again, the unit, we have to change the minute to hour, which is 30 out of 60, which is half an hour. So we want to find the average speed for the whole journey. So we need to find here. We are given speed and distance. We can find speed and time. We can find our distance. Distance is speed times time. My speed is 60 kilometer per hour. My time is 5 6. So here we know it's 50 kilometer. So my total distance is 50 plus 54, which is 104 kilometer. My total time is 56 plus half hour. So 56 plus half is 56 plus 3, 6, which is 8 out of 6. So I want to find the average speed. We take total, average speed is total distance divided by total time. Total distance is 104. Total time is 8, 6. So 104 divided by 8 out of 6. 104 times 6 out of 8. And my answer would be 78 kilometer per hour. Question 2. Max drove at an average speed of 60 kilometer per hour for 1.5 hours. So now, here, drove at a speed 60 kilometer per hour. Time is 1.5 hour, which is 3 out of 2 hour. Can I find the distance? Yes. I given speed and time, I can find distance. Distance is speed times time. 60 times 3 out of 2, which is 90 kilometer. He then increased his speed by 40 kilometer per hour. Increase the speed from 60, increase by 40, so increase by 40 kilometer per hour. My speed will be 60 plus 40, be 100 kilometer per hour. So increase again. The speed now is 100 kilometer per hour for the next 2.5 hours. So time taken will be 2.5 hours, which is 5 out of 2 hours. We want to find the distance. Distance is speed times time. Speed is 100 times 5 out of 2. 50 times 5 is 250 kilometer. So my total distance is 90 plus 250, which is 340 kilometer. And my total time is 1.5 hour plus 2.5 hour, which is 4 hour. Or I take 3 out of 2 plus 5 half, which is 8 half, which is also 4 hours. So my average speed is distance 340 divided by time, 4 hour. So 340 divided by 4 would be 85 kilometer per hour. Question 4. Joe took 10 minutes to travel from her office to the food court at an average speed of 32 kilometer per hour. So I know this is the office, this is the food court. Time, 10 minutes. Speed, 32 kilometer per hour. Can you observe a difference? Yes, the unit of time is not the same, so we need to change the minute to hour, which is 10 out of 60. We want to find the distance. So distance is speed times time. So it's 32 times 10 out of 60, or 1 over 6. And I get 32 divided by 6, which is 5 and 1/3 kilometer. Question 2. Lily left her house at 10 a.m. and drove to Cindy's house, which is 120 kilometers apart. So our first sentence, we know that Lily left her house at 10 a.m. She travels to Cindy's house, which is total distance 120 kilometers. She met Cindy at 12 p.m. after traveling for 3/4 of the journey. Journey means the distance. So we know that the distance is 4 units. and she traveled for 3/4. So 1, 2, 3. So we know that 4 unit is 120 kilometer. 1 unit will be 30 kilometer. 120 divided by 4, which is 30. 3 unit will be 90 kilometer. So she has traveled 90 kilometer, and she met Cindy at 12 p.m. So 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. the time taken is 2 hours. So now I want to find Lily's average speed. So average Lily's speed is 90 divided by 2, which is 45 kilometer per hour. Cindy was traveling to Lily's house. So Cindy was traveling. This is Cindy's house, traveling this way. She met Lily here. How long did Cindy travel before she met Lily? From her house to meet, she would have traveled 1 unit, which is distance 30 kilometer. Her average speed was 15 kilometer more than Lily. So Cindy's speed is 45 kilometer per hour plus 15 kilometer per hour, which is 60 kilometer per hour. And I want to find the time. How long means I want to find the time, which is my distance, 30 kilometer divided by speed, 60 kilometer per hour. So 30 kilometer divided by 60 kilometer per hour, the time would be half an hour or 30 minutes. Question 5. Samuel traveled from town X to town Y at an average speed of 80 kilometer. So I know this is X and this is Y. Samuel traveled this way. From town X to town Y, Samuel's speed is 80 kilometer per hour. At the same time, Joshua traveled from town Y to town X. This is Joshua. Town Y to town X, the speed is 100 kilometer per hour. Both men pass each other 30 kilometer away from the middle point. So if this is the middle point, they would have passed each other. Where would you think they have met? We know that Joshua's speed is faster than Samuel's speed. So if they start at the same time, Joshua would have covered more distance than Samuel. So this distance is 30 kilometer. So they would have met here. Okay, if this is the middle, 30 kilometer, this will also be 30 kilometer. Okay, how do we find the distance between? Okay, we can use listing to help us. So we have, you write down the listing. This is how we do. This is another method. We can put down Samuel and Joshua. Okay, after 1 hour, Samuel would have traveled 80 kilometer per hour. Joshua would have traveled 100 kilometer per hour. Did you realize that this difference here is 60 kilometer? So let's look for our difference. Second hour, Samuel would have traveled 160 kilometer. Sorry, and Joshua would have traveled 200 kilometer. I need to erase this. There's no hour, just kilometer. After 3 hours now, from here we know that the difference is Joshua is traveling faster. This one is only 20, a difference of 40. Here at 3 hours, Samuel will have traveled 240 kilometer. Joshua will have traveled 300 kilometer, and the difference is 60 kilometer. So we know that the difference here is 60, right? Their total distance will be 240 plus 300. So the distance from town X to town Y would be 540 kilometer. How do we check our answers? If they meet here, Samuel would have traveled 240. If I add a 30, the middle that Samuel traveled would be 240 plus 30, which is 270. How about Joshua? Joshua traveled 300. If you move back to the middle, I must minus 30, which is also 270. 270 plus 270, my total distance will be 540, which is the distance of X and Y, and 270 kilometer is the middle of the distance. So distance between town X and Y is confirmed at 540 kilometers. Worksheet 5. At 11 a.m., Claire left town X for town Y, driving at a constant speed. So again, I have town X and Y. Claire left town X for town Y at 11 a.m. 2 hours later. So 2 hours later, Thaddeus left town X for town Y again. So Thaddeus left at 2 hours later. So 11 a.m., 2 hours later will be 1 p.m. At 5 p.m. So at 5 p.m., what happened? Thaddeus overtook Claire. So at 5 p.m., Thaddeus overtook Claire. So this shows that Thaddeus' speed is faster than Claire. The average speed of Thaddeus was 32 km faster than the average speed of Claire. So let's look at the time. From 11 a.m. to 5 p.m., Claire would have traveled 6 hours. From 1 p.m. to 5 p.m., Thaddeus would have traveled 4 hours. So we will write Thaddeus, the time taken by Claire and Thaddeus would be 6 hours and 4 hours. Our speed taken by Claire and Thaddeus. So our speed will be, who do you think is faster? Thaddeus will be faster. So speed will be 6:4. There's a difference of 2 units. 6 minus 4, or difference of 2 hours. So 2 units is your 32 kilometer, because Thaddeus is faster than Claire by 32 kilometer per hour. So the difference is 2 units, which is 32 kilometer per hour. Therefore, 1 unit will be 32 divided by 2 will be 16 kilometer per hour. So this will be the average, the speed of 1 unit. So what do I want to find? We want to find Claire's speed. Claire's speed, Claire is slower than Thaddeus. Claire would be slower than Thaddeus. Claire is 4, Thaddeus is 6. Because Claire must be slower than Thaddeus. So Claire would be 16. Claire's speed would be 16 times 4, which is 64 kilometer per hour. How about Thaddeus? Thaddeus' speed will be 16 times 6, which is 96 kilometer per hour. Here we know Thaddeus is faster than Claire. Thaddeus faster than Claire. Given that Thaddeus was 26 kilometers away from town Y at 5 p.m. So now at 5 p.m. away from town Y, 26 kilometers. Find the distance between town X and town Y. So Thaddeus' speed is 96 kilometers per hour. The distance that he would have traveled, 96 times time, he took 4 hours. So 96 times 4 would be 384 kilometers. He's 26 kilometers. He needs another 26 kilometers to reach town Y. So you take 384 plus 26 kilometers. So the distance between town X and town Y would be 410 kilometers. Children, we have come to the end of the speed worksheet. Goodbye.